Okay, they just here for years, it's the Mizzle show. Always checking in, cause you know we love sports. Hey, they just hit 100, so it's time to get some out. Hey, yeah, just two brothers, yeah, y'all. Come tune in, they got guests, they got others, yeah, y'all. Come sit and chat, they got talks like no others, yeah, y'all. Cause it's a family up in here, we love each other, yeah, y'all. Let's see what they say tonight, yeah. It's the Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show, yeah. Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show. It's the Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show, yeah. Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show.
Good morning. Let's get to the chopper. Yes, folks. Very rarely do we come to you bright and early in the morning, but you know what?
Yes, indeed. We're here.
Here we are. So,
yes, indeed.
Welcome to a very early edition of the Mizzle and Dub Show. And yes, it is still too damn cold in Orchard Park, New York.
Those I don't know how those fans did it, man. They're literally covered in snow. Literally.
And they were still Devon get the tables. I will never understand.
And I will also never understand why there was no shirts on out there as well. Talk about hypothermia.
No. I kid you not. There was a video I saw, and this boy had to be about 7, 8 years old, and he's out there shirtless. Just a beanie and a chain like he's Kirk Cousins. And I'm like, okay. I know we did some stuff when we were kids, but first off, for those that were raised by black parents, as me and my brother were, it was, you better have your coat on. Now, yeah, if you get hot, yeah, you can take it off, but you leaving this house with some layers on you, because we ain't doing that. No.
They didn't have to tell me. I stay cold. Hey, you ain't got to warn me. Putting it on.
Some more than others, but I mean, there's a lot of avenues we can go to start this show, but since everybody wants to throw
shall we start with Sunday Night Football?
Since everybody wants to throw a shade on the team that I root for, which most people are happy as hell because they're 5-7.
I'm not happy. I mean, I'll just say this is it's starting to look like your coach is losing this team a little bit. Just a little bit. As you always been saying, you have excellent running backs. You should not just use one. Use multiple. And as I did not want this to happen, but I did tell you, as we said a few shows ago when they announced he was coming back, I said, Kyle, don't run Christian McCaffrey to the ground. You should save him for the playoffs. If you make it, or just shut him down. Mm-hmm. Just shut him down. You have.
We've been saying we have been saying all season long, don't play him. Okay.
Especially with that injury he had.
We are talking about Achilles tendonitis. Now, I've never had tendonitis, and God's will, I won't ever have to experience tendonitis. However, and this was the part that made me upset. I said, you got to keep Jordan Mason engaged in the run game. And what happens when CMC came back? McCaffrey's carries go up, Mason's goes down.
Yep.
And then the two runs that he gets, Mason shows you why he should have been used as a key cog in this offense.
Correct.
Now, he comes back in, man ran for about 70-plus yards, averaging almost 5 a pop like he normally has since he's been in Santa Clara. And then you got Isaac Garindo a few more touches, which I've been saying, give him a few more. By the way, he had your only touchdown last night in the game. But
oh, really?
Garindo, yes. But here, and even Chris Collinsworth, who I know you don't like at all, but he said something which was the perfect analogy.
Oh, really?
When Kyle Juszczyk fumbled at the goal line and the Bills picked it up and they eventually scored on that, Chris Collinsworth said, and I quote, that's the 49ers season right there. That sequence has been their season in a nutshell right there, because obviously red zone offense has been an issue because they can't find the end zone.
Yeah.
And there it was. Like it last night was a simple concept because defensive players footing in snow games, with all the twists and turns they do, all you have to do is just run straight routes and you can get big gainers.
Yep.
The Bills did that.
Yep.
Niners did not. Now again, was I expecting the Niners to go in there and beat the Orchard Park Bills? No.
But you wanted competitive. You want the game to be competitive. You didn't want Josh Allen to throw a touchdown, rush for a touchdown, and catch a touchdown.
No.
You didn't want that to happen.
No. But when he grew up a Niners fan like he did, this is what happens.
Indeed.
But I mean, okay, so Mason ran for 13 carries, 70 yards. And again, and I said this on my post last night, Fred Warner is an all-time 49er. Number 54 should get retired. Fred, I love you. You have nothing to prove. Take the rest of the year off. The man has been playing with a fractured ankle since week 4 and gets shot up every week to go out there and be there for a team. If that's not leadership, I don't know what is. But it's like Fred, and I know he won't because
the desire to play is always.
Fred feels like, okay, I wear the C. I got to be out there to lead by example. I'm gonna give it what I got.
Yeah.
100%. But here's why I have a problem. Your future Hall of Fame tight end only gets 2 targets.
Oh boy.
And he only runs 6 more routes the rest of the game and only gets 2 targets.
Yeah, that's not good. It's not good at all.
And then just the way he was talking in the press conference, he sounded a little bit irritated. And again, I'm trying to understand what is the strategy. Now, yes, I will say on his runs before he basically got shot in the leg, McCaffrey was showing that burst of last season.
He was. And he was one shoestring tackle away from getting to the house.
And I think it was that shoestring I think it was that shoestring tackle that aggravated the PCL.
Yeah.
But to which again, he should have not been playing in the first place.
I totally agree.
I will emphasize that. I will stress that he should have not been playing at all this season. Because again,
great. When you're going to get the Kobe Bryant treatment overseas just to try to play, it's different from when Kobe played back. I mean, I guess they're both using their legs, but Kobe wasn't taking hits.
No,
like McCaffrey is. I think that should have been a sit down, reevaluate it, get healthy, strengthen it up, and I can say the same thing about the Joel Embiid. Shouldn't have played the Olympics. Should have took the year off to heal and come back strong. Mm-hmm. Now you played the Olympics and now you're broken.
Mm-hmm.
So, but what did I know? We sit here and do an AM show with each other while I'm sipping coffee.
And well, salute to you, my friend.
Hey. But yeah, I totally agree with you. The man should not have played. But what can you tell these athletes that think they should be able to contribute and they want to help out? You cannot deny their desire and their heart to play. But sometimes you have to think beyond that.
Sometimes
career.
You have to save them from yourselves. And again, I go back to the 2019 finals, and Clay was willing to play on a torn ACL, and Bob Myers had to stop him from himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Clay was willing to leave his shield out there for his team on that particular June evening in Oakland, California, and you admire that, you respect that. But sometimes you have to save players from themselves, and there's going to be a lot of questions the Niners have to answer when the season is over. Because I mean, as I've said, and even Bay Area radio stations are saying this. And I said this probably will be the last time you see Tyshawn Raekwon Samuel in a Niner jersey.
So you absolutely think he's done?
He will not be back in the Niners uniform. I don't. And it's a shame because again, we don't even sniff the 2021 NFC Championship game without number 19 because once he changed number 1, he has totally disappeared. Morning, Mason. How are you, sir?
Hey, morning, brother. How's it going?
Happy Cyber Monday. But
indeed.
But after that, basically, once he got paid, after he was threatening to trade me, once he got the bag, his play has declined dramatically.
Yep.
Okay. Bosa holds out last season. Really wasn't much himself at all this last season. Kind of picked it up towards the end, but now, ever since he did that stunt on Sunday Night Football against the Cowboys, now he's been on the shelf. That he has. That he has. Okay. Trent Williams, he's a Hall of Famer without question. But
baby.
When your first game back and you were getting IVs, that means what was you doing while you was holding out?
Sitting on his ass.
Okay. I don't need, who are you talking about? Okay, who are you playing in fantasy next week? Is it me or is it Mizzle? Mason always very competitive. But and now Trent Williams has been injured the last few weeks. Of course, we've gone ad nauseum about the whole Brandon Ayuk situation. Oh, okay. Well, I'll see you next week in the war zone. But Ayuk, same thing. Want to be paid like a number 1? I said either don't do it or don't pay a number 1 receiver or trade him. They decided to pay him. Showed up in one game. Now he's rehabbing. Okay. Again, I know Dre Greenlaw was practicing. I know he's a free agent. I wouldn't put him out there for the sake of him. I know he wants to go out there and play. If I was the Niners, I'd pay Dre Greenlaw right now because again, him not being there this season has shown his worth.
Yeah.
So if I'm Jed York and I'm Kyle Lynch or John Lynch and Jed York, I'm paying him right now. Just because, okay, we see how number 54 suffers when you're not out there on the field with him. And it has been that way since he got hurt in Super Bowl 58. We have seen it.
I have nothing to rebuttal that with. That's absolutely facts.
And there have been some fans that say, you know what? Don't extend Brock yet. Let him play out the final year of his rookie deal. But here's what I don't want.
If you don't pay him now, you're going to be paying him like a whoa.
No.
Get it out the way.
No, but here's why I say this.
Mic check, 1, 2.
Because the worst nightmare that I don't want might rear its ugly head back again.
Uh-oh.
For the love of me, dear Lord, do not let Kyle go into that office and say, give me Kirk Cousins. No. And did I mention no?
How would that be possible? I think he's locked in with Atlanta for 4 years? They're not going to let Kirk Cousins go.
Oh, that's not what they're saying in Atlanta. In Atlanta shows.
Oh, whoa.
They're talking about Mr. Penix has been slinging that ball in practice and has been slinging it a lot better than Kirk Cousins.
And I'm gonna piggyback off what you just said because I listen to Adam Shine in the morning when I drop off your nephew, and he had Phil Simms on the show today. And what he said that he saw out of those 4 interceptions and what Kirk Cousins was doing, there was no zip on the ball. He said he wasn't really slinging it. And I'm like, interesting. So I might have to go back and look at some tape and see what he was saying. But I will believe what Phil Simms is saying. The man is a very good quarterback.
He's a Super Bowl MVP. He's played the game.
Exactly.
He knows a lot about quarterbacking. So,
and he had a bulldog as a head coach. So
yeah, it don't get no more bulldog than playing for Bill Parcells. Let's just call it a spade a spade. But yeah,
right.
I don't want to revisit this situation again because Kyle. I don't know why he has a hard-on for Kirk Cousins. I will never understand it for the life of me. But B Rabbit, we do not want Kirk Cousins.
I mean, you should not want Kirk Cousins because if you look at the film, he was in a giving mood yesterday.
Yes, very much a giving.
4 of them at
very much a giving mood.
Just he must have took a check from the other team.
I don't know, but I mean, Lamb McConkey had a nice homecoming back in Atlanta because he played fantastic yesterday.
You know what? Can we talk about the 2 Georgia Bulldogs? You just said the one right there, and they're both in the same division. McConkey and Brock Bowers are going to be a staple in this league.
They're going to be problems.
I'm not looking forward to seeing McConkey twice a year. No. Damn it, you're going to see Brock Bowers twice a year. Damn it.
Yeah. So
he ate the Kansas City Chiefs alive.
Touche.
Just get that offensive line together and get that man a quarterback.
And boy, Travis Kelce is looking old.
Was he? What was going on? I mean, I was watching the game, but I also kind of had.
No, he dropped some passes that he normally catches.
So he checked himself out then.
Something.
He was on the sideline looking miserable.
Yeah.
And they won the game, and he was miserable.
Yes. Yeah. That too. Yes, that too, Mason. Absolutely. That too.
Well, hey. Look what happened to Tony Romo when he got with what's her face?
Jessica Simpson?
Yeah. Just his play just started to dwindle.
Hey.
Is it that good? Is it that good? It has to be. What up, cuz? The prodigy in the building.
Yes, it is.
Yes, sir.
That's definitely facts because his mind is definitely not on football. It's on something else.
It must be that good. I'm just gonna go and continue to say that the shit must be good. I mean, for him to be in season, to travel across the seas, to go be at her concerts, it must be good.
Well,
either between her legs or her. Well, we know her mouthpiece is good because she can sing. So obviously, she must be singing on the mic very well. I'm just saying.
Well, like Eddie Murphy said many moons ago that the woman had found the dick of life. Well, I don't know.
Hey, she must got the fountain or whatever.
Yes.
It just has to be. I'm just gonna rest my case on that. Well,
I mean, she does make more than Travis. I mean, she is the breadwinner.
I don't think he is worried about the money.
No,
I don't think he's worried about the money.
No,
I mean that flat ass must be good, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Oh baby! Oh dear Lord!
Yes, I went there. It's the morning show. Welcome. Well,
cuz we don't.
Cuz look at this football play. Look at this football play. That's all I gotta say. Like you said, mindset is not on football. Mindset is, can I get the fuck up out of here so I can go put my face in between that goodness? That's what he's worried about. Okay?
Well,
and damn it, I'm happy for him. Retire.
I'm just saying, not everybody can be like Darryl Strawberry and get it in between innings in the clubhouse. That's all I'm saying.
Ouch! Come on, don't make me laugh. I can't laugh.
And yes, fans, that really did happen. Watch the 30 for 30 about the New York Mets.
Oh, yes. Tapping that ass in the dugout.
In the dugout in between innings. Mason, stop it right now.
Whoa, baby. Whoa, baby. Hey, we can turn this to the comedy hour. I was here. We can clap the Chiefs all day long.
All we need is the oos. That's all we need.
Oh, man. Here we go.
Cuz, stop.
So all you're doing is just proving my point. The goodies must be good. That's what you said. Milk and cookies, baby. Milk and cookies. Did you hang a star on that?
I'm about to.
Hang a star on that, baby. Good Lord. Good Lord.
I'm in tears right now. It's too early for this.
I'm sorry I opened the door. You know, it just ran right through that motherfucker.
But hey, facts are facts.
Look, number one, she ain't the cutest thing in the world.
No.
She's flatter than an iron board. He ain't got nothing to grab. So I'm telling you, she sings with the mic very well. We know that. And in between those legs must be goddess. I'm telling you. It can't be. What? Good Lord.
Good Lord. I'm trying to wipe the tears away. Oh, that is... Oh, dear Lord. But, I mean... Cuz, you're on fire. He's on fire. Boy's on fire. He on fire.
Don't make me laugh, man. Oh, shit.
You might need to turn the camera off just so you can laugh. But hey, if you're happy, God bless you. That's the only thing.
Hey,
that's the only thing I can say.
To each your own.
Exactly.
Did I say each or did I say eat? I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with my brain right now. It's all over the place. But anyway, if that what makes him happy, it makes me happy because he's fucking sucking on the football field. And
yes, it is, Mason. We are less than a month away from the Winter War coming
Mason,
to you.
I cannot
January the 5th.
I cannot wait to watch. I cannot wait to be there live again, and I cannot wait to do the multiple shows with my brother. And hopefully we can get a lot of A7 guests on this year on the show. Speaking of it, there it is.
If
the ad.
You want to participate in the Winter War, coming to you on January the 5th at Matter Academy, brought to you by A7FL Nevada. That QR code that you see on your screen, it will take you to A7FLNV.com, and it will give you all the information of how to register and sign up and be there. And also, Cuz just said also he's going to be there live in the flesh. So, yes, it definitely will be a family affair come the month of January for the Winter War. And right now, here's a little...
Run that good old ad.
Here's a little teaser about the upcoming Winter War coming to you in January.
Winter is coming.
And he can make something magical happen here. And there goes the ball. It's going. You're a fan.
Battles will be won.
Hold on now.
At the 30, and he...
Who's going to take victory?
He's and that's what championship points matter.
It's time for war.
And that is the Winter War coming to you January the 5th at Matter Academy.
Tell me you do not just goosebumps by watching Danye just do that. I mean, I watched it live, but just continue to see him do that just gets me more pumped for this season, man. It's like, I'm ready. I am so ready. I just wish that my body was allowed to allow me to play because I would get out there and try to play. But no. This old man over here loves to be on his 2 feet. Right, Mason? Because you did a good job on that, man.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, every time we run it, I just get goosebumps and just can't. Like I said, if you have not watched the A7, if you are a new subscriber to our show, please subscribe and watch these grown men go out there. Well more safer than the NFL, I promise you that.
By the way, that ad was brought to you by Creative Brothers Productions.
Amen.
So, which they are hiring. They're looking for people. So if you're into photography, videography, editing, all that good stuff in the entertainment technological field, get with Creative Brothers Productions. They've done many things for the Mizzle Dub Show, for the Upper Jaffos, for the A7FL, even more with the A7FL. So please get with Creative Brothers Productions. They'll get you right. So we go back to it. Lions beat the Bears on Thanksgiving 23-20. Cowboys beat the Giants 27-20. And the Packers took care of business against the Dolphins 30-17. Then we come to yesterday in the wackiness that is Week 13 of the NFL, which had some very interesting stuff going on here. But so Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I have a question for you. You
Still want to fire Mike Tice?
you still want to fire Mike Tomlin?
Yeah.
You still want to get rid of him?
I don't understand. This man has not had a losing season since he's took over the helm of the Steelers.
Which, by the way, folks, the Steelers got their ninth win yesterday. Which nine wins means you will have a winning season in 2024.
How many consecutive seasons has he been winning?
That would be 18.
18 winning freaking seasons. I'm sorry. I will never even question to want to fire that coach. Never.
So again, now keep this in mind, folks. Now, we have said this many times in the 4-year history of this show, but since 1969, the Pittsburgh Steelers, on one hand, thank you, have only had 3 head coaches.
Chuck
3.
Noll.
Chuck Noll in the Hall of Fame.
Go ahead. You can say it.
Bill Cowher in the Hall of Fame.
Now, Mike Tomlin.
They're getting Mike Tomlin's bus. They're getting Mike Tomlin's bus ready right now in Canton as we speak.
Hand it to him right now. He should be walking the sideline wearing it right now. Just dapper. You know what I'm saying? Just smooth with it. Yeah, I don't understand fan bases sometimes. I know. Wait. They are winning. So why are they complaining?
Well, I mean, for a long time he had Dick LeBeau as his DC, and Dick LeBeau has been a very good defensive coordinator for a very long time.
Didn't Bill Cowher bring over Mike Tomlin from Tampa Bay to run the defense, and or did they hire him from Tampa? Was he on the staff, or did he get hired from Tampa?
Well, let's.
I think he was on the staff. I could be
wrong. Let's dig into that. Hold on.
Because I know he was a DB coach in Tampa.
He was part of the secondary coach. Yes, absolutely.
Which that defense was ran by I want to say Monty. Was
Monty Kiffin? Yes, sir. Monty Kiffin. Yes, it was. Yeah.
And if anybody knows anything about football and Monty Kiffin, oh boy. His
Tampa 2.
Stout.
The Tampa 2.
Goodness.
No. So when Cowher retired, or Bill Cowher's last season, Mike Tomlin was the defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh.
So he was on Mike Tice's staff in 2006.
I mean, it doesn't get
Mike Tice was the head coach for the Vikings.
Mike Tice is a hell of a coach himself. And he's a large man.
Yeah. Very tall man.
Very, very.
Okay, I want to go. No, Beavis, I want to go to the Vikings seasons of 2006. That's where I'm trying to go to.
Do it. Do it now. But yeah, just one last text on. Okay, go ahead. I thought you found it.
No, he was part of the Vikings staff in 2006. Ran the defense. I'm sorry. So Brad Chili was the head coach. Okay.
Oh, that's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they finished 6-10 that season. But let's just see who was.
Think about that. So his last season there, they finished 6-10.
Mm-hmm.
He takes over a historic franchise.
Mm-hmm.
In all of 18 years,
mm-hmm.
he has had that franchise winning.
Mm-hmm.
And got a Lombardi out of it.
Mm-hmm. Two Super Bowl appearances, 1 win. Now, yes, we know the Steelers have not won a playoff game in 2017. That's well documented. I understand that. But however, ever since Russell Wilson has become the starting quarterback, their points have gone up, and they've continued to win. And Russ had a throwback game yesterday, throwing for 414 yards, as there was absolutely no defense played yesterday in Cincinnati. As both offenses were going up and down the field. But normally you expect that when you have 2 division rivals playing. And the Steelers get by the Bengals 44-38. And boy, I'll say this. You certainly cannot blame Joe Burrow for the 4-8 Bengals because I mean Joe Burrow has been cooking all year.
Bro,
I mean, what more can you do?
The man's been throwing the games that they've lost. I think he's been averaging over 300 yards.
He threw for 309 yesterday.
I mean, come on. So what is it then? Is it the defense?
Has to be.
If the man is putting up numbers.
Yeah, because I mean, if you score 38 points, normally you win games if you put up 38 points. Normally.
Yes. Indeed. So I guess I'm gonna have to go with the defense. And since we're speaking about the AFC North, I cannot wait for that Hard Knocks end season. When they're doing it on the whole division, that's going to be fun to watch.
You know what? Mike Tomlin did not want to be mic'd up for that at all. He didn't.
Because even though they are they don't bleep out the cuss words, but it's pretty much he probably doesn't want to give away what he's saying to his team.
Yeah.
You know, that team is just about as private as my Raiders.
Yeah.
You know, well, that's because that's just at old school. That's just
of course. It's the Rooneys and the Davis running the show.
Yeah. And you can even tell by his press conferences that he don't even want to be there talking.
Oh yeah, because we've been saying it for a year. Cuz stop.
Y'all gonna make me have to. I'm really gonna literally here go tweak my back worse than it already is now. Good Lord. Good Lord. Cuz did you go to sleep with watching the comedy? Because you on fire right now, man. You are on fire.
He on fire. But I mean, again,
and we love it. We love it.
Like I said, folks. I mean, Steeler fans, you should be happy because, like I said, y'all 9-3. Y'all more than likely will win this division because Baltimore keeps shooting themselves in the foot.
What's going on in Baltimore? They normally collapse at the playoffs.
Yeah.
They finish the year always strong. So yeah. I don't know what's going on in Baltimore.
Well, like I said, it is very rare you see Justin Tucker be human.
Bro.
I mean, he missing field goals, missing extra points. He says, but I seen that walk back to the locker with Tomlin and that one player. Yeah, George Pickens got some tough love from Coach Tomlin yesterday. But that will make him a better player for sure.
Stronger. Especially if he takes what Tomlin is saying. Bro.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I wish I could have seen it like live because Mike Tomlin talks with his eyes.
Oh, yes. Yes.
You feel when Mike Tomlin is talking. Look, like I say, look at his press conference. When the person asks the question, he looks them directly in their eyes and I'm like, if Pickens didn't take anything from that, I mean,
it's like he's saying, "Oh, damn it, I done effed up."
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, 9-3 is 9-3. Big win for the Steelers, 9-3, 44-30 over Cincinnati. Eagles get a big win over Baltimore, 24-19. But
did
really,
we pick the Ravens on that game? We
all did, because the Ravens at home normally. They win at home. They very rarely lose at home, and that's why I went with Philly. Like I said, Philadelphia has put together a very quiet 10-2 record.
But haven't they been doing that pretty much in the last few years? When you look up and see the score, I mean, you're watching them play football, but when you look up and look at their record, like what?
Well, here's the thing. Last year they started off 2-1, but they were not. But they were playing like crap. This year. Yeah. It has definitely changed. And again,
it seems like after the coach yelled at the fans, it looked like they got their shit together, as I would say.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yes, because last year they were 10-1 and struggled to get in, and thus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers promptly put them on the couch first.
Yeah.
Yeah. But right now, as it stands, Lions are your 1 seed. Your 2 seed is the Philadelphia Eagles. And, of course, as we all know, going into that city, playing in that stadium, playing in front of that fan base that Mizzle knows about because he roots for the 76ers. Not the easiest place to play to try to win a football game.
They booed Santa Claus.
Yes.
And I rest my case.
Yes.
They booed Santa Claus.
And that was back in the
snowballs at him.
And that was back in the 60s.
Yes.
The 1960s. So
we're a tough fan base, I tell you.
So you add that 40 plus years later, Philadelphia's Philadelphia. One of the great sports cities to play in if you have thick skin. But Saquon Barkley just continues to be special. 23 carries, 170 yards. And
is he the MVP?
You got to put him in the category. You have to. Because
who else? Who else?
Right now?
Yes.
Oof, boy.
It's only Saquon. I don't know anyone else balling out of control like he is.
You make a very valid point.
There's really nobody like. There's nobody really putting up highlights like he is. No, they cannot. No, if you're gonna say, I'll say Josh Allen right now over Lamar.
If there's a quarterback, yeah, I would have to put Josh on. He's up there. Josh Allen is definitely.
I would have to say Josh Allen, but there's nobody doing what Saquon is doing right now.
I mean, you can always put him in this category every year, but T.J. Watt.
Well,
of what? I mean, he definitely more than likely will be.
That's without saying.
Now he will more than likely be your defensive player of the year, without question.
100%. But it's Saquon.
That's a very good point. 'Cause he has changed the dynamic in Philly, without question. He's taken a lot of pressure off of Jalen Hurts. And keep this in mind, folks. They're still doing this without Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith hasn't been playing. He's been hurt.
Hello. And your top two leading rushers with touchdown, I believe, is Saquon and Jalen Hurts. I think Saquon has over 10 or 12 or something like that, and I think Hurts got like 11.
Yeah.
So I mean, the moment he did the rear view, that one MVP to me. My man showed you his ass and leaped over your helmet, bro. That's it. MVP. I've never seen nothing like that in sports at all.
That will be a poster forever.
That man literally showed his in his helmet. He saw ass coming at him and like, oh shit. And not only did Saquon land on his feet, he got more positive yards after that.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
Can that man MVP? Fuck it. What we got in the
yeah. Have fun trying to stop that run game.
Oh, Sonic and Knuckles.
Have fun with that.
Jahmyr Gibbs is playing out of his control.
Not to mention, and I've been saying this for the last 2 years, the Detroit Lions have the best offensive line in football. Period.
The moment they draft that guy from Oregon, yes.
Like I said, that's why I said the last 2 seasons, I've said the Lions have the best offensive line in football.
The moment that they drafted that dude from Oregon, I'm like penny so I'm like, oh yeah. But are we shocked though? Who played in the trenches? Who played in the trenches? I believe their head coach played in the trenches.
Yeah.
So
he's tight end.
I think he knows a little bit about something. So, but it also goes what we've been saying for the past 4 years.
So in rushing touchdowns, Hurts is second. He has 12. Derrick Henry has 13 or 14. Derrick Henry has 13. Saquon is tied for third with Montgomery, Mixon, and Barkley at 11.
Okay. Hell, you know what? You can even throw Derrick Henry in the conversation. He's quietly having a good season too.
Okay. Also, James Cook is in that category. He's tied for third with 11. And then you got yeah. I'm quite shocked to see that James Cook has 11 TDs. Jamar Gibbs has 10. So both running backs for the Lions have 10 rushing touchdowns.
As Mason just said, before you brought all that up, a running back will win the MVP award this
Yes.
year. Hands
Yes.
down. With those, what you
Yes.
just said, somebody has to.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you're right. You absolutely will be right because he's having a quietly good season too. Yeah, but I just think Saquon has been more consistent. I would say a little more highlight.
Breaking news right now, folks. Just came in. This is from Bleacher Report. Taysom Hill is out for the season. So the Saints Swiss Army knife, his season is over. So he injured his knee, and on yesterday's Red Zone show with myself, Chris, and Mizzle, we said that he went on a cart. So let's see how severe is the knee injury.
And while we're speaking of the cart, One Avenue in New York will be sending an envelope to that player that took out Trevor Lawrence.
Aziz Al-Shire, which Aziz Al-Shire did apologize. So he
did, but that was just flat out dirty. I don't care what nobody said. That was dirty. I mean, he literally led with his elbow and slammed his head into the turf. Oh no. And rightfully so, he got attacked. If that's just the golden rule in any type of sport, you fuck with the star or the quarterback, you're gonna get these calls. So, but that he said,
"Wow, oh, he went there. He went there. Oh my goodness,
that was dirty. That's all I gotta say about that. That
has
no business to be in the NFL.
He went there. Oh baby. Well, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah. Oh boy. All right.
Oh, brother! I'm about to send you what I just saw on Christian McCaffrey, and oh, baby.
Is it the slow-mo of the injury?
Yeah. It's on its way. Oh,
Cuz just said,
God.
being a football player, I got passion right now because that was foul. Well, I mean,
it was.
The former athlete in you always wants to come out because you see things you don't want to see. Anthony Richardson is starting to grow before our eyes, folks, as the
Big
Colts
football
got by the Patriots, and Shane Steichen being aggressive, going for 2.
Love it.
To give the Patriots the win.
It.
But Joey Sly almost set a new record because the field goal from 68 almost got there. Just a little bit short, but the Colts still keeping their playoff hopes alive at 6-7. The Patriots at 3-10. But like I said, I believe the Patriots have found their guy in Drake May, who was very efficient yesterday. 24.
That kid's gonna be something.
Yeah. And again, I will say this: the Patriots need to go back to those Minutemen jerseys because those are saucy.
Yeah, honestly, that's about the only thing I would like about the Patriots is their old school uniforms. It's pretty sharp.
The old organization. The old Andre Tippets. Yes, indeed.
Yes. Oh, yes.
But yeah, Richardson only threw for 109 yards, but threw 2 TDs, overcame the 2 interceptions to lead a drive to get the win, and the Colts trying to keep hope alive for their playoff hopes. Pats go to 3-10, but it looks like the Patriots have found their quarterback. As we said, yes, Kirk Cousins was in a sincere giving mood for the Falcons as the Chargers get their 8th win of the year. They're 8-4. Falcons go to 6-6, which now the Falcons have opened it back up for the Buccaneers to possibly steal the NFC South. 17-13 was the final score. Even though that man Bevo 8, he had 26 carries for a $102 and a touchdown, but it was really the Lad McConkey show, as Lad had 9 catches for a $117. But you can see the run game take a big hit as unfortunately J.K. Dobbins is out for the season, and the man was playing so well for the Chargers. It just sucks for that young man. But Chargers get the win. Falcons lost 17-13. Chargers win. And this game was as wacky as you wanted it to be, as the Jets had a 21-16 lead at the half. Seahawks scored 10 in the fourth quarter to get the win, 26-21 over the Jets. And now the Seahawks back in control of the NFC West with a 7-0 record. But perhaps the highlight of the game was Big Man with football. Big Man goes 92 yards and a pick six as the former Jet Leonard Williams sticks it to Gang Green as Rodgers throws a pick six and goes back 92 yards.
Big man rumbled.
To add insult to injury. Oh my. So that was just horrendous. But Jets are 3-9. Drama continues to ensue with the Jets. And the Seahawks open up a lead on the NFC West as the Cardinals led, but the Vikings found a way. And I'll tell you what, football is a game to where you can redeem yourself after you beat the GOAT all in one game, because Aaron Jones did not have the best of games yesterday, but when his team needed him, he made the play to put him over the top. Man fumbled. Man dropped one touchdown pass earlier, but Darnold kept coming back to him, and he made good to put the Vikings ahead 23-22. Now, again, when the Vikings a couple of seasons ago were winning, their key, they were winning all the close one-possession close games, and that is rearing its head back in there, as they are also 10-2. Cardinals go to 6-6. And like I said, this Thursday night, Packers-Lions from the Lions Den in Fort Field. That's going to be that's going to be a dandy. 11-1 against 10-2. That is going to be exciting. Speaking of the Jaguars and Texans, we know things got chippy, but at the end, the Texans barely get by the Jaguars 23-20. As the Jaguars showed some fight.
Nice.
Joe Mixon was fantastic. Again, he had 101 yards on the ground. He has really helped stabilize that run game. Nico Collins, 8 catches for $119. He was very good. As the Texans go to 8-5, we will expect them to win the division. Also, we have our first division winner. Congratulations, the Orchard Park Bills, 5th straight year winning the AFC East.
Nice.
And with those conditions, I don't want to go to Orchard Park in January. No, thank you.
No. Nobody wants. They just gave you a preview with snow last night, so definitely doesn't want that.
And Mac Hollins, you are a fool walking into that stadium barefooted. Now, like I said, Bills Mafia is a tremendous fan base, very, very charitable fan base. What they did for Travarius Ward, major respect. But yeah, Bills Mafia is something else for sure. Commanders get a get-right game as they get back on track. They go to 8-5 as they beat the Titans 42-19. But I will say this. Nick Westbrook-Akine, Will Levis, you need to throw him the ball more. Now here's a crazy stat for this young man out of Indiana. Now he only has 20 catches on the season.
Oh.
But 8 of them have found the end zone. Yeah.
Impressive.
I think you might want to get this man a little bit more involved in your offense.
Yeah, you just might.
Considering that a third of his catches has found the end zone. But Brian Robinson Jr., 103 yards on the ground. Jaden Daniels, 25 of 30, 206, 3 TDs, 1 pick. Terry McLaurin, 8 catches, 73 yards, 2 TDs. Commanders back on track. Commanders 1 win away from a winning season.
Yes,
and they probably should get that as they go to the Superdome to play the Saints.
This should be a W.
Yeah. As they are cutting the lawn here.
Yeah, I would say you got some yard work going in the background.
Yep. Oos almost Oos as per usual curses out Todd Bowles.
Man.
But at the end of the day, the Buccaneers do get the win in overtime over Carolina, 26-23, as they force a Chuba Hubbard fumble, which turned to a Chase McLaughlin field goal at the end to give the Buccaneers their win. So now the Buccaneers go to 6-6. Now, yes, it's a virtual tie in the NFC South with the Falcons and the Buccaneers being 6-6, but because the Falcons did sweep the Buccaneers in the season series, if it ends in a tie, the tiebreaker does go to Atlanta. But because the Falcons lost to the Chargers, it puts the Buccaneers back in the spot to possibly steal away the NFC South from the Atlanta Falcons. But I will say, and you and I were live when that happened, I really think that Adam Thielen catch was a touchdown, in my opinion. But
You say it doesn't?
I said I do. I just don't.
That was a touchdown. The elbow equals 2 feet, correct?
Yes. Yes. But I know nothing. So what do I know?
Well, they give us the rules.
Yeah.
We see the rules, and it's like, okay. And as you just said about Mac Hollins walking into the stadium with no shoes on, I'm seeing the clip of it right now. Hilarious. Hilarious. Oh boy.
Yeah, it is. But
There's also news spreading that Aaron Rodgers won't possibly be back with the Jets next year.
Yeah, that unfortunately reminds me of Kevin Durant in Toronto in the 2019 finals.
Oh. You felt it was the last game?
Yeah. It really looked like somebody just really shot him in the calf muscle.
Yeah. Are you talking about the McCaffrey clip?
Mm-hmm. It looked like somebody shot him in the calf, and the bullet just went through up into the knee, the thigh.
That's nasty.
Again, now, even when they traded for him, and I said this at the time, I said
he was injury prone in Carolina.
He was injury prone in Carolina. If he stays healthy, yes, he's a dynamic back. We've never not said he couldn't play. We never not said he wasn't good. But after he had that 1,000 season in Carolina, that's when the injuries started to happen, and now you're seeing it come into fruition, and it sucks because again, he's such a dynamic when he's in there. But again, as we always say on this show, your best ability is availability. And now with this PCL injury, who knows how long the setback is even going to be, because now not only is he dealing with this Achilles tendonitis, now he's dealing with a PCL. And it's like, okay, well, this is where you should have just been like, well, you know what? Take the rest of the season off. That's what you got to do.
Agreed.
That's what you got to do. You got to take the season off. Now, he's probably going to miss most of 2025, if not the whole 2025 season, because now he's dealing with the knee and this Achilles tendonitis. So it's like, what are we doing here? But again, this is where the organization has to come in and be like, you know what? We need to stop you from going over the edge. Sometimes you have to stop players from themselves. But
but when you're paying them all this money and they're like, "Hey, I want to play," what do you say?
Yeah, you're exactly right. What can you say?
I mean, it sucks at the end because you never want your player to get hurt, but it just sucks, especially when it happens to a dynamic player. You never want to be injured and get out there and hurt yourself, but when you're trying to play to help your team out and you're a
Yeah.
big focal point of the offense,
Yeah.
and you see your team struggling, you go out there and you
You want to try
put
to
your body on the line every day.
you want to try to help and contribute, and unfortunately, it's not working out.
And it
Rams
sucks to
get
see
the
that
win.
we saw this coming.
Yeah, but like I said, what do we know? We just do a football show. That's all we do.
Indeed.
But Rams get the win 21-14 over New Orleans. Kyron Williams ran for over 100 yards. As the Rams keeping their quest alive for the West, as they win it by a final score of 21-14. Stafford threw for 183 and 2 TDs. Carr threw for 184. Kamara had a nice game on the ground, 23 carries for 112 yards. Williams 104, but at the end of the day, Rams get the win. They keep their playoff hopes alive at 6-6. Saints go to 4-8, as it continues to be disastrous for New Orleans after that 2-0 start. They have lost 6 of their last 8 games after that. And of course, Bills beat the Niners 35-10. It was the Josh Allen show in the snow. Bills go to 10-2. So if we're looking at standings, we're talking about playoff stuff. Right now, it is still the Chiefs with the 1 seed by way of their 11-1 record. Bills 2 seed at 10-2. 3 seed right now is the Pittsburgh Steelers at 9-3. Texans keeping that 4 spot. Of course, as we know, the first 4 spots go to the division winners.
Indeed.
And the 3 wild cards. So right now, if the season were to end today, Chargers are the 5 seed. They would go to Houston. Baltimore would go back to Pittsburgh. Never. I certainly would not be disappointed in the Steelers-Ravens playoff matchup. That's for sure.
Good Lord, yes.
And the Broncos would be heading to Orchard Park to play the Bills, 2 old original AFL teams. Broncos tonight have a chance to get their 8th win of the year, as they will be at home against the Browns. Of course, some of the great all-time AFC Championship game matchups involve the Broncos and the Browns. Of course, the fumble and the drive.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm sure Marty is still turning in his grave about the doggone drive in the 86 AFC title game, but
Yikes.
that's our Monday night matchup. In the NFC, right now, 1 seed is the Lions, 2 is the Eagles. Seahawks right now, the 3 seed, 4 seed right now is the Atlanta Falcons, with the Vikings, Packers, and Commanders rounding out. So, the Vikings would go to Minnesota. Kirk Cousins against the Vikings. That would be very, very interesting.
Very.
Green Bay would go to Seattle. Jordan Love against Geno Smith. I think Green Bay could possibly go in there and upset the Seahawks in Seattle, especially if Josh Jacobs decided as a throwback game, because we know what happened the last time Josh Jacobs was in Seattle. Man ran for 286.
The total of 200 yards.
Yeah, 286 to be exact, and a walk-off in the Pacific Northwest.
I missed that guy.
So,
I missed that guy, man.
And the
They should have tagged
Commanders,
him.
yeah, and the Commanders would get a revenge against the Eagles. So that would be interesting,
Yes.
to say the least. So that would be your matchups, of course. That's if the season ended today, but there are still a lot more games to go in the NFL. But that is your scene right now. With the Buccaneers, Cardinals, Rams, Niners, and Cowboys still of a shot to possibly get the last wild card slot. It's crazy. In the AFC,
Again, do you want your team in the playoffs this year?
no, they don't have it. They're not a good team. They're not. The injuries with sighting. Like I said, some of their signings. Leonard Floyd, where have you been? Unfortunately, Hargraves has been a bust of a signing. He hasn't played up to par. Some of the guys that you let go are some of the guys that, unfortunately, you pay the price. So that's where we are with that.
Yeah.
But hey, it is what it is. All right. So in the association yesterday of the
We did have some
NBA,
basketball. Yes, indeed.
um, wow, we are. I really can't believe we are at the last month of the year. 2024 has gone by too fast. Good grief. It just
It's
seemed like
rolling.
I was. It just seemed like I was back home not that long ago. Good lord.
Right. Right.
But again, Orlando just continues to win. They're 15-7. Franz Wagner had 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. He woke up too early, and he just decides to throw in 2 blocks as Orlando beats
Just for the hell of
Brooklyn
it.
100-92 as they continue to play well, even though Paolo Banchero is nursing and working his way back for Orlando. But the Magic get the win as they're playing some good basketball. Grizzlies beat the Pacers 136-121. In the Beast of the East, a tremendous game between the Celtics and the Cavaliers, but the Spiders said, no, put it on me, as the Spiders scored 20 of his 35 in the fourth quarter, as the Cavaliers go to 18-3 on the season. Boston goes to 16-4. 115-111 the final score between Boston and Cleveland inside Cleveland. Well, it certainly does help when Cleveland scores 43 points in the fourth quarter. That certainly does.
And the Spider had half of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ridiculous.
Tatum had 33 to lead Boston. Porzingis at 21. Hauser at 13 as they're still missing Jaylen Brown. Porzingis 21. Pritchard had 24 off the bench for Boston. But mainly for Cleveland, it was the Donovan Mitchell Garland show as Mitchell at 35, Garland at 22, LeVert and Yang had 13 off the bench for Cleveland, but the Cavaliers maintaining their record at 18-3, and right now sitting as the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. At the Mecca,
Nice.
only one team showed up to play basketball, and that was the New York Knickerbockers, as they handled the Pelicans 118-85, as Mikal Bridges had himself a night. Led the Knicks with 31 as he shot 12 of 19 from the floor, 7 of 12 at three-point range. Cat had 14 and 19. Brunson had 16, 2 and 9. Hart had 12, 6 and 3. McBride added 13 off the bench as the Knicks get their 12th win of the season, and the Pelicans go to 4-17 on
I don't know how to feel about this.
the season. Raptors at home beat Miami 119-116.
Oh.
And RJ Barrett had 37. RJ Barrett shot the lights out. 15 of 20 from the floor, 3 of 4 from three-point range. Just man was out there balling for Toronto. Tyler Hero had 31 to lead Miami. Bam had 13 and 20 boards and 7 assists. Jimmy Buckets shot the ball well, had 17 points, shot 6 of 9 shooting. Rozier had 17 off the bench, but the Raptors were 3 points better. Sixth win of the year for the Raptors. They're 6-15. Miami goes to 9-9.
Wow.
Thunder upset by the Rockets in Houston, 119-116. The Rockets playing some very good basketball. As they both
also
are now
good basketball towards the end of the season last year.
Yes. So the Rockets got some building. Fred VanVleet had 38 to lead the Rockets. Yes, that guy's still playing.
He's still in basketball. Yeah, right. Hence how I looked up. It's amazing.
Yeah. Fred shot 10 of 19 from the floor, 5 of 9 from 3. Segan had 20. Brooks had 16 off, and Smith had 15. As the Rockets get their 15th win. The Rockets are 15-6. The Thunder are now 15-5 on the year, and that team in Los Angeles beats the Utah Jazz by a point, 105-104. As Mr. Davis had 33 to lead the way for the Lakers. LeBron, even though he shot 0 of 9 from 3, LeBron had 27 points. Yeah, yikes is right. But he still had 27 points, 14 assists, and 5 rebounds. AD had a double-double, 33 and 11. Christie had 12 off the bench for the Lakers. As they get their 12th win of the year, Utah goes to 4-16, even though they had 6 in double figures. There was absolutely no defense played in the Pacific Northwest, as the Mavericks and the Trailblazers just basically played some old school Western Conference basketball. Luka made his return to the lineup, and
How did that go?
he only had 36 points,
Oof.
13 rebounds, 7
Oh.
assists. So he woke,
He woke
up
up early.
early.
He had to go take a piss.
Had to
You know
go
what I'm saying?
take
He
it.
had to go take a
Had
piss.
to go take a number one. But
Yeah.
he had 36. Grimes had 28. Dinwiddie had 20 off the bench for Dallas. 14 from PJ Washington, 19 from Gafford, 13 from Hardy. As the Mavericks put up 137 to get win number 13 against the Trailblazers. 137-131 the final score. Sharp had 22. Simons had 27. Kamara had 17. Grant had 14. Aiden had 18. Avisha had 21 off the bench. So, like I said, old school Western Conference basketball, but went to by way of the Dallas Mavericks.
Yes.
Once again, the beam was not lit in Sacramento as the San Antonio Fundamentals come to Sacramento. And
I love when that beam doesn't get lit. It warms my heart. It does.
gets the win over the Kings, 127-125. As Wemby messed around and got his third triple-double in his
You know what?
career.
He should be getting triple doubles slightly like every game. That man is a monster. And the more he
He is a
continues to
problem.
play, the better he's going to get.
Well, his
And
triple-double.
he has the right coach.
His triple-double, 34 points,
Oof.
14 rebounds,
Mm-hmm.
11 assists. Champagne had 19, Paul had 13 and 10 assists. Johnson had 17 off the bench. Vassell had 21 off the bench for Sacramento. For San Antonio. For Sacramento, Diamantis Sabonis double 25 and 13. DeRozan had 28. Fox had 23, 6 and 9. Malik Monk had 19, 7 and 6. Jones had 12 off the bench, but the fundamentals, the Spurs were 2 points better. Spurs are 11 and 9 on the year. Kings at 9 and 12. And the Clippers at home get by the Nuggets by 4, 126-122. Harden had 37. As even though the Joker did mess around and get one, the Nuggets were 4 points short, but the Joker had 28 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists. Murray had 18, Braun had 11, Watson had 13, Porter Jr. had 18, Gordon had 10 off the bench, Strother had 15 off the bench. As the Clippers get win number 12 on the or win number 13 on the year, they're 13 and 9, and the Nuggets are 10 and 8 on the season. So officially, the injury on Taysom Hill, and this is from NFL.com. Taysom Hill officially torn ACL in his knee yesterday. So there we have
That's not good.
No, not good at all. Yeah.
You know what? I forgot that we forgot to bring up something yesterday on the Talking Ish that it just hit me.
Okay.
Who are the Saints going to hire to be their head coach?
That is
We didn't even tap in with the Saints.
No, we didn't. We totally forgot about the Saints because they did fire Dennis Allen in season, and their special teams coach has taken over. That's a very that's a very good question.
Could you see Mike Vrabel taking over that position?
That could happen because the Saints have missed some pieces. Not having Chris Olave, not having Rashid Shaheed has definitely hurt the offense because they're literally depending on Alvin Kamara to do everything.
8 in the box now.
Yeah, and he still got over 100 yards yesterday. Kudos to him.
Indeed.
Because realistically, the Saints defense is not playing bad. They kept it close. We know what kind of potential the Rams offense can be with that offense because they can put up scores, and we all know when Stafford is right, Stafford can
He's
still
right.
torch you
Exactly.
throwing the football. So I mean, that's a good question. I mean, so right now we know that both teams in East Rutherford, New Jersey, will be having new coaches.
So we're banking on Dabo not being there. I mean, Dabo not being there. Is that what we're banking on?
I eventually, when the season's over, I think that the Mara Tish family are going to start over again.
I wouldn't mind him coming to Vegas and being the OC.
No, him as an OC will definitely help, and he should be a high commodity as an offensive coordinator without question.
Yep.
But obviously, both teams in East Rutherford. Now, I will say this: if Santa Clara does not bring back Robert Saleh home, I will take Jeff Ulbrich to be defensive coordinator because he's been a good defensive coordinator. And plus he's a former 49er, former player.
Okay. So he knows the organization.
Was a very good linebacker, and plus he was the one that took Patrick Willis under his wing. And joining us to give us some breaking news, I think he's fully recovered in sleep. Mr. Sullivan, welcome on this early morning edition. So what is we just talked about Taysom Hill being out for the season, but what is this breaking news that you have, sir? The floor is yours.
Well, because I'm ears to the streets. Unfortunately, I found out that Trent Williams unfortunately lost his unborn child.
Oh.
Last week. And that may play a very huge part in why he was not at the game yesterday.
Oh, prayers to the family. Prayers to the family. Yeah. Oh my.
His wife had posted on her social media. She stillborn child, unfortunately.
That
so
sucks,
prayers
man.
up.
Yeah.
That's unimaginable, and prayers are out, man. That just
never want nobody to go through that. That's terrible.
And I say that because I've been seeing a lot of fucking hate, bashing him, bashing other players. Like, we have to remember, these are human beings.
Yes,
they have lives, they have families, they have obligations as fathers, men, brothers, sons, and hey, this sport is as much as we love it, it's a game. Yeah, it will always come secondary to life.
Absolutely,
100%.
Absolutely.
Fans
it's
need to
bigger
remember
than football right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's bigger than football.
I mean, just the fact that Charvarius Ward even wants to get back out there and play.
Yes.
Kudos to him, because I mean, again, no parent should bury their child. The child is supposed to bury the parent.
Absolutely.
And for him just to even get back out there and even willing to try and play. Now, obviously, yes, the rust showed last night because, again, the man has been grieving over his 1-year-old daughter that he just laid to rest. And the fact that he wants to get back out there and even try to play, it is.
I wouldn't even give a fuck about football if it was me.
Absolutely, I'd be like, you know what, I'm taking the rest of the year off,
I'm checking out.
And if I was the owner, I would say, you know what, take the time you need. You call me when you need me. I will be here.
Exactly.
I will be here. I will be there to be. I will be there to be spiritual and moral support because now again, me being raised in the faith like I was, everybody grieves differently. And I know a lot of times when people I've known passed away, I know a lot of people have come and looked to me to be that one to give words of encouragement, if you will.
I'm one.
Multiple times. I'm one of them multiple times.
So
we all know how I don't handle death very well.
So I always
look out to him.
I always try to refrain from saying I know how you feel because, again, like I said, everybody grieves differently.
Correct.
Which is why I always try to go, spiritual and biblical when I say things. But I mean, to hear that now before that, I was very highly critical of Trent's play, mainly because he held out, and then it showed in his play.
Yes.
But now with this, losing a child is something totally different, And if Big 71 wants to take the rest of the year off, by all means he should, because again, how do you deal with grieving a child that you will never get to hold or teach how to do games and stuff like that? That tugs on the heartstrings.
Absolutely.
It tugs. So definitely prayers.
That came in and changed the whole fucking mood right now, man.
Sorry.
No, B, no. Don't be sorry. I mean, that's good information to find out because, like you said, people have been hard on this man for his play. So to get that out and to understand it, that's very good information. But damn, that shit just fucking hurts, man.
Yeah.
Especially for me and you, B. We have children, you know, and Dub's the godfather to some, you know, so and an uncle. So we all have that feeling of like, damn. Like I just sit here, just think about, man. I do not want to go through that. What Trent Williams is going through. You guys will probably not see me for a while. You know, I wouldn't. I don't even want to think of it. But just for like you said, prayers out to Trent Williams, man. Take the time off you need, brother. Heal.
Keep the silver back in your prayers, and
I mean, he's not gonna.
I got a feeling that it's only gonna breed a bigger monster.
Which I had to be scary because he's already a monster without this tragedy happening to him. But imagine if he takes that and puts it towards the field. Good luck.
Yeah.
Any defensive end or anybody trying to get to the quarterback, good luck because you're going to get mauled.
Yeah, there will be passionate.
That's if he decides to play. But if it was,
I got a feeling after the way this year has went, he's the personality type to take it as a challenge.
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to see. I mean, maybe he takes the rest of the year off. I wouldn't blame him.
No, not a shadow of a doubt.
Now, B, let me ask you this because earlier we were talking about, you know, how if I was the Niners, I basically would have kept CMC from himself and be like, you know what, take the year off. And then, of course, if you've seen the injury in slow-mo, it looks like somebody literally shot him in the calf and the bullet came out of his knee.
The injury happened to play before on that big run.
Yeah, on the shoestring tackle, yes.
But he just injured it more
and
afterwards.
But I think he tried to say, you know, let me see, let me work, let me test it out. Because you can see he came up second, third step, was like, no, not happening. Mm-hmm. And he went down. And I knew right then and there, I mean, PCL, I guess, is better than an ACL. I don't think
it's still an injury.
Either way, it hurts. God knows my knees have been through damn near all of that shit. So that sucked. And yeah, you're not going to keep a guy like him off the field. Okay.
No.
Especially in this situation. Okay, you're the guy. We got to get you out there. We want to get you out there. You want to be out there, but you don't immediately make him a workhorse. No. And
nope.
You've got a guy that's leading the fucking league in rushing
at that time, yes.
And you just completely just bench him. You didn't even ease him out, which is what should have happened, and that's a transition that should still be happening.
Yes.
Right? It should have been a two-back system for the rest of the year just to give Christian, you know, just let him kind of ease back into it, not put any unnecessary wear and tear, and to keep the hot one going.
Mm-hmm.
You don't take a fucking thoroughbred out of a race that he's leading.
No, absolutely not.
You know, that's like Boise State benching Ashton Genty because he called the coach a bitch. Work it the fuck out.
Right.
Figure it out. So I do think, and who knows who's to really blame for that, because Christian's a dog.
Yes.
Fuck that. Put me in. I don't give a fuck.
Correct.
So, you know, who's to know? But at the end of the day, this is just another tale in the story of the 49ers this year.
Yeah. And like
injury.
And like I said, very rarely do I agree with Chris Collinsworth, but what he said after Juice fumbled, he said that right there has been the epitome of the Niners season in 2024.
Right. That was, I mean, That's how it's been going.
That was a perfect analogy. That was a perfect analogy of this team's season in 2024. But you did want to come on and lay into your team that basically gave away a chance to be in the ACC championship.
Are we ready for this? Are we ready
yes,
for this?
we purposely held off college football talk because you wanted to come in and lay in to your beloved. Now again,
I have no say in anything college football.
Now again, if you were to tell Miami fans your regular season will be 10-2, anybody that somebody would say, you know what, I'll take that.
Take it.
Yeah.
However,
the
way it turned out to be, because you had a chance to play for the conference championship, which now will turn into SMU, who their first year in the conference,
which is wild. But shout out SMU. I 100% love watching them play. That is a good fucking football team.
Yes.
And they're going to be better.
Yes, the Pony Express will take on a familiar ACC template in the title game, Dabo Swinney, by way of the Syracuse Orange upsetting Miami. But B, the floor is yours, so go ahead and let out on your Hurricanes. So, folks, this particular segment might contain a lot of viewer discretion is advised.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, Big.
All right. I got to set this up real quick. I have to do it because this is what happened.
Oh, is that how we're opening up the segment? All right.
Oh, baby.
You have been playing this fucking game all goddamn year. You think you're fucking Michael Jordan or some goddamn body. Kobe Bryant's in your spirit or some shit. We don't have the switch. We've got a fucking defense full of fucking holes that give up leads. Offense is great. Cam Ward is a fucking monster.
Amen.
I will say this. Whoever drafts Resposito as a wide receiver, man, you are getting an absolute dog.
Yeah, number 7's a boy.
Yeah, that man can play on my team any day of the week.
7's a boy. 7 is a dog. So offensively, man, love it. That defense has been suspect all fucking year, and we know it. You cannot blow a 21-point lead to a team that is not known for football. One quarterback?
Yes.
One quarterback.
Well, I will say this. One of the greatest football players of all time did go to that university, and that is the late Mr. Brown. He is a Syracuse Orangeman.
Yes, he is.
Okay. Did not know that, actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. 2.
but yes, when you think when you think Syracuse, you think Jim Boeheim and basketball. Absolutely. Yes. And of course, Syracuse.
Let these motherfuckers intimidate you.
Also, Syracuse is broadcaster U.
This is true.
A lot of the great broadcasters that we know of are Syracuse Orange,
folks,
including
we are learning shit today.
We are learning, including two of the greats. Of course, Bay Area staple Greg Papa. He's a Syracuse Orangeman. Of course, the the hairline Mike Tirico. He's also a proud Syracuse alum, along with the great Ian Eagle and Sean McDonough. So
that's Hall of Fame status there.
Yes, right? Syracuse's broadcaster U.
Him in North Carolina.
Yeah.
I love that.
Jim Lampley's a Tar Heel. Yes.
Stuart Scott is a Tar Heel.
Correct.
Stuart Scott was
correct.
So, but shout out to Syracuse. They have been playing good. And Aronde Gaston Jr. Ooh. Holy fucking shit. Now, I've been using him in my parlays. He makes me money. That motherfucker went off. That is a bad man.
Yeah.
He might be better than it. Well, I think he's already better than his dad. But you let these motherfuckers get in, and then you go back and forth with them. And I called it. I said, we need a turnover. We got the fucking turn. You get the turnover. You can control the clock. aforementioned number 7.
Mm-hmm.
Gets a peanut punch, ball comes out, touchdown.
Boy, that has come back in style, hasn't it? The peanut
Oh, the
Tillman.
peanut punch
Yes.
is should be. It should be. And then you go down and you fucking choke in the red zone. You kick a field goal, and they grind it out. Game over. How do you let that happen? And then you squander the opportunity because good old Big Blue did their fucking job
Yes, they did.
and beat who do we hate? Ohio State.
Hmm.
So you squander that. Hey, that's a one up. That was one for the 04 team. Right there. You had it. You had it. You could. They would have at least went to 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you earned it. You fucking earned it. You blew it. I have no faith in any further playoff nothing.
Well, you still got a bowl game.
Yeah, great. Congratulations. We don't do participation trophies over here.
No, you guys were playing good too to start the season. I just don't know where this drop happened.
Offensively, we've been playing amazing.
It was Georgia Tech once again for the second straight year punching them in the mouth. And I can understand it because it took 8 overtimes for my Bulldogs just to beat them.
Hey,
and they were down 17-0 at the half. They were down 17-0 at the half and were down 17-6 going into the fourth quarter.
Hell of a game.
Yes.
Now they better wake up and not. Now I don't know if Arch Manning's going to get the start or if it's going to be Quinn Ewers, but they better wake up or Bevo might punch them in the mouth with their horns in Atlanta.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Georgia Tech is a good team.
Yes.
They're well coached. And they fight.
And it's also where the tribal chief played college football at.
Indeed.
He is a Yellow Jacket. Yes, indeed.
We acknowledge our tribal chief.
Damn right.
I still got to watch the Survivor Series.
It was decent. It was decent.
I was at the Fremont Cannon game. That's why I didn't watch. I was watching UNLV. I was watching UNLV keep the cannon red.
Boy,
it was.
Are you in for fucking spectacle?
Yeah, it was.
That's
good. No surprises, no spoilers, nothing like that. It was a straight good show.
Just start to finish. I didn't fast forward. I didn't look away. I stayed up.
Yep.
After being disappointed by the University of fucking Miami. All right.
Well,
that being said,
go ahead.
I do still look forward to an opportunity to see a possible Miami-Boise State game. And then I'm sitting down and shutting the fuck up, and I'm gonna let God take the wheel. I will not be mad at the outcome. I won't be surprised if it goes how I think it's gonna go.
Now, let me ask you this, B, because I mentioned this earlier on the show, and it's just the reoccurring nightmare that will not go away, because, again, we know that Michael Penix eventually will take over for the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
If they decide to let Brock Purdy play out his last year of his rookie deal and not extend him, the possible nightmare of Kirk Cousins coming to Santa Clara once again ringers its ugly head in here. What are your thoughts on that? Because we know Kyle, for whatever reason, has a hard-on for Kirk Cousins. Why, I will never understand. But
he's got a better version anyway.
Huh?
I don't know why you wouldn't extend Brock Purdy. Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the dumbest thing there. You might as well just blow the whole goddamn operation up after that.
Well, if you read about Gene Stadium being blown up, you know why it happened, folks.
Shit. You might as well just fucking trade everybody, get as much draft capital as you can, fire Shanahan, fire fucking Lynch. Go ahead, just start fresh. Matter of fact, sub team.
But with
I'll buy 'em.
who?
Nobody. I'm saying it's a stupid fucking idea. Don't do it.
I agree. I agree.
It would be thrown in the towel. That guy is going to be an elite fucking quarterback.
Why break up something that's good?
Exactly. So
I mean, it's not broken. Your quarterback
because they don't know.
You want to go get Kirk Cousins and sit his ass on the bench so you can jack him off all game? I don't give a fuck. That's fine. Overpay him. Give the motherfucker $8 million a year to do it. I don't give a shit.
Wow.
But don't you dare get rid of number 13.
Yeah, that would be very, very stupid.
Oh God!
That would be stupid if you do that.
I'm about to cry tears again. Dear Lord. Oh baby. That's wow. Oh my. Oh, that's funny right there. I don't care who you are.
I don't care what you say. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
And that statement is brought to you by the good people at the FUC.
Oh yes, that is the go-to for Mr. Marshall and Mr. Dugan. So I know you only had one good thing that happened this weekend. So how did you feel about your team's performance yesterday in Utah?
Well, unfortunately, I didn't get to watch it because I was watching the debacle in Orchard Park, and I was at work. So they had the Kings game on, which was a good game.
Wemby messed around and got a triple-double.
It was a damn good game because they didn't like the beam.
Hey, why, like 90% of that game did I think that was Kansas?
Oh, wow.
Why is Kansas playing the Spurs?
Wow.
Well, they did go throw back to the old Kansas City Kings uniform color scheme.
Yes, they did. Yes,
Yeah.
they did.
I was like, Kansas? The Jayhawks?
Rock Chalk JU.
Hey.
KU.
So I didn't get to watch it, and I haven't really looked at it. I've just seen that we won, barely. That's all I care about right now. It was a cup game?
No, it was not a cup game. It was just a regular season game.
Okay.
To which I think the Lakers won their group, if I'm not mistaken, for those that actually give a damn about this BS NBA.
I mean, we're forced to fucking talk about it, so they want to do it.
No one
Well,
cares.
the players care because they get a nice little paycheck if they win it. So I feel it.
That's true. That's true.
You know, that's good for them. But you got to find a way to make it more engaging for us.
Yeah.
Okay, so from the looks of things, it looks like the Knicks, the Magic, the Bucks, the Pistons, Atlanta and Boston, the Rockets and Trailblazers, the Warriors, and
which I don't want them in there at all.
Maybe Dallas.
Hey, you might fuck around. I hope y'all win it.
And Phoenix.
I hope you do.
Okay,
I hope you do. Oh, so you'll know how I felt last year. Like, who gives a
I do not want to see them hosting that trophy like they won the goddamn Larry O'Brien. And I will not be getting anything that says in cup champion.
Oh no, I ain't getting no.
They're gonna put the banner in the Chase Center,
and that is stupid as hell.
It is. It's
like I said, if God rest his soul, if Kobe Bean Bryant was like, he would say, "Take that shit down right now."
Honestly, you know what? I was happy that the Lakers won it. I was happy that just to see them celebrate like they just won the Larry. I'm like, and then you gonna put the banner up?
Yeah, but you think it's us? You think we wanted that up there? I guarantee
no,
the league made that happen.
That was Genie. That was all Genie.
No, that ain't Genie. That's the NBA. They want to make it a thing. Watch, y'all win it. Whoever wins it,
No.
they're gonna do it too. They're gonna watch. I think there's gonna come a time where they'll get taken down. To be honest, I think it's a dumb enough thing that they're gonna look at that like, why?
You have to. You have
Because then,
to.
I mean, what? Eventually, 30 years down the road, teams are gonna have like 6, 7 fucking banners that don't even fucking matter. You're wasting fucking material.
Wait,
Well,
did you see them? Did you see the comparison with LeBron said? Because last year, he was all juiced that that they won it, but now that I think they're eliminated, right? Or are they still part of it?
No, they're out.
Then he made a quote. Well, it's just not. I don't know why we're doing this. But fool, last year you was celebrating that you won it. But now you're like,
I'm telling you, bro, that's PR, bro. They're forced to make it. You know what I'm saying? To say that type of shit, they don't really give a fuck.
Well, the money they give a fuck
about.
about.
He thinks it's stupid.
Well,
come on, you can say what you want, but LeBron's a hoop purist.
Yeah.
He thinks this shit's dumb as fuck. He's just not allowed to fucking say it.
Right.
It's almost like Bron, this shit is dumb.
It's almost like Owen team going up against the best team in the world, and the interview asks, "So, do you think you can win this game today?" Do you think he's going to say no? No,
right,
that's a dumb question. Yes, he's going to say we're going to win this game.
Now I'll take the extra $500,000. I'll take that for winning it. I'll take the extra 500. I'll take the extra $500K.
Now I will say this. I'll say this.
If you win $500,000, the runners-up gets $200,000, and then the losing players of the semifinals gets $100,000. And if you lose in the quarterfinals, you get $50,000. So even if you're one and done,
bench players. I'm happy for the bench players. You get paid. That's I'm for the money.
If you're one and done, you get $50K.
And that bench player probably like, this is the most money that I done made on my contract. I'll take it. So I can see why you play to get in, but I still don't want the Warriors to win. I'm good that the bench players get the money.
You know what? That might be the fucking point that they don't want to tell us. This is just to push the fucking young bucks.
Exactly.
Let's see what the fuck you're gonna do. You want this money? Come get it. This is for you. This motherfucker has his millions.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. These motherfuckers that you sitting behind made their money. How bad do you want it? That could be, if that is in fact the point, that might be genius. But these fucking trophies and banners and shit is stupid.
I agree. What did they give him? Did they give him a ring? Did they get rings or a medal?
They got a medal.
Was it?
It was a medal.
Yeah, it's a medal.
Okay, that's cool.
No, if they would have give out rings for this, I would have been clowning. I would have been clowning some serious.
All of us would have.
Because I just would have been like, what?
Yeah, why are we doing that?
Who's playing tonight?
Again, Pittsburgh. You want to fire him? Again. No,
Mike Tomlin.
Yesterday with Mike Tomlin, with the 9th win for the Steelers, Mike Tomlin assured himself of another winning season, which puts him at 18 consecutive, which puts him 1 behind Bill Belichick, which puts him 3 behind the Fedora, that is Thomas Landry, who did it for 21 seasons from 1965 to 85 with the Dallas/Irving Cowboys, because they played in Irving, Texas, at Texas Stadium. But
indeed,
my point is, Steelers fans were calling for Mike Tomlin's job, and I'm just like, why? Because I'm just saying, if you don't want him, I will take him right now.
Right, in a heartbeat.
I'll be like, how much you want, Coach? How much do you want?
Exactly.
How much you want per season? You write your own contract. Go ahead.
Every NFL team
here's the check.
Will be a good ass coach might get fired to get Mike Tomlin.
Mm-hmm.
If they say Mike Tomlin's done, bro, you know what? Thank you for your service. We're calling an agent.
Yeah.
Hey, the cool part, it could happen in their own division.
The Browns. Hey.
It's been real. It's been fun, but it ain't been real fun
But here's the thing, though.
Good luck.
We know the Rooneys don't fire coaches.
Nope.
They let them walk out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mike Tomlin ain't going nowhere.
No.
That man's gonna walk out the door when he's ready. They're not gonna fire him. I don't see that happening.
Three
History
coaches.
shows, there it is.
Three
History shows they
coaches
don't fire.
since 1969 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 3.
And they're all Hall of Famers.
Yes.
Exactly. And they all won a Super Bowl.
They've all won a Lombardi.
That's amazing.
Ooh, they just
I wish I could have 18 consecutive winning seasons.
They just
Yeah.
released the schedule for the Bay Area Valkyries or the Golden State Valkyries.
Oh, nice. I forgot
Oh.
that the WNBA is in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice. I wish they could bring a Sacramento team back.
Yeah, the Monarchs were
The
pretty
Monarchs
good.
were not bad. The Monarchs were not
Yeah,
bad.
I don't understand why they did that anyway.
It was a money issue because I'm like, how you gonna disband a team that won a championship? The only championship that Sacramento's ever had in professional sports. But hey, what do I know? I know nothing. I know apps.
Didn't the River Cats win the whole damn thing?
Yes, they did. They did that also.
Okay,
yes.
So that's two. That's two.
Okay. Okay.
You
Okay.
know?
You know. Okay, so 2 times Sacramento has.
Hold on, wait, because you see this right here, this shit right here.
Yes.
The Delta Ducks won back-to-back PCFL championships.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Okay.
There you
There
go.
it is.
Good friend of mine,
As long as it's not
Fred
the Kings, I
White.
don't
There you
care.
go.
As long
Good
as
friend of
the
mine,
Kings, I
Fred
don't care.
White, was a part of those teams. Shout out Fred White.
Indeed.
So coming into tonight's Monday night game, the Broncos are -6 over the Browns. The total is
It's gonna
42 and a
be
half.
Shit show. They should have flexed this one. This is gonna be one-sided.
Who is it?
Well, it's the
The
Browns and the
Browns and
Broncos at
Broncos.
Mile High.
Oh.
And then
Should have been flexed.
Ooh, they should wear the same uniforms from the
AFL, the
the
brown and
game.
the yellows. Oh God, those
The
ugly
game.
things.
yes,
Those ugly things.
those god awful orange pants.
But I will say this: Green Bay and Detroit on Thursday. That will be a dandy of a game, and already
Indeed.
they have the Lions at -3.5
Oh,
for Thursday night.
Thursday
got
night
the
games are starting to get interesting now
We got the Kirk
as the
Cousins
season's
Bowl.
going on.
yeah, they do get a lot more interesting towards the end of the year.
We
Yeah.
got the Kirk Cousins Bowl. We got a big matchup in the NFC West with the Seahawks and the Cardinals. And then, unfortunately, we have to deal with the damn Chiefs in Sunday night again.
Against who?
The Inglewood Chargers. Look at Mizzle.
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to think that I might pick Inglewood on this one. I might, just by the 2 weeks the Chiefs have been playing.
Yeah.
A better team beats the Chiefs.
Yeah.
If Carolina was just a little bit better, they beat the Chiefs. Hell, if my Raiders just went for the fucking field goal instead of trying to just do whatever they did, they beat the Chiefs. So Inglewood is a little bit better than the Raiders and the Carolina Panthers. So I think I might be going with Inglewood this one because I got to catch your ass, bro.
Well,
You're winning.
I'm gonna say a prayer for the Rams. They have the Bills coming into town.
The wagons
God
are
bless
going to
the dead.
Yeah.
the wagons are going to be
Circling, yes.
pretty hard.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
wagons.
circling pretty hard, huh?
Well, it circled like
Oh,
a motherfucker last night.
Damn it! The Cowboys are on Monday night. Dear Lord.
Against who?
The Bengals.
Oh God.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this. This could be an interesting game because Joe Burrow has been playing his ass off, but
Yes,
I
he
don't think
has.
I don't think his defense has been playing as well as he's been playing.
Well, with the exception of Hendrickson, because Hendrickson leads the league in sacks, but he's about the only good.
Absolute monster.
Yeah, he's the only good player on defense the Bengals have.
Right. So I don't sleep on the Cowboys. Might give them a run for their money.
Oh God! If the
It could be a good
Cowboys win this game against and get to 6-7, Cowboys fans will come back out the woodwork, and I am not for that.
We them boys.
You know what? I look at Cowboy fans as more bandwagon than actual fans.
I agree.
I mean,
they're the Dodgers fans of the NFL.
Oh, shit, he went there. Oh, let's not get started on those Dodger fans. Hey, but you know what though? For this year, I'll pay my respects to them. They actually won it and
in a full season,
fucking season. So they did. They finally did it. Hey, but do it 2 more times.
You just had to come up against a manager that was more incompetent than the manager that you currently have. So
exactly.
Aaron Boone made Dave Roberts look like a genius.
Yeah. Facts.
Oh yeah, because some of Aaron Boone's decisions, I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh.
Like, why are you taking out Garrett Cole in game 1 when Garrett Cole is dealing?
Right.
Us Giants fans know about that.
And then why in the hell you gonna put in Nestor Cortez, who ain't pitched in months, to pinch the ninth?
And
so yeah,
but a good home run ball.
And gave up ass.
Yes. So the Yankees deserved every bit of that.
Yeah.
And it pains me because I was actually rooting for y'all because I did not want this World Series at all. I did not want this matchup. No.
None of us did. None of us.
Oh,
Yankees and Dodgers. It doesn't get any.
Yeah. So we got the Kirk Cousins. So we got the Kirk Cousins Bowl between the Falcons and the Vikings.
Oh.
In Minnesota, nice. with that annoying ass Viking horn. Exactly.
Sam Darnold's going to throw for 400 yards.
We get a rematch. we get a rematch between the Browns and the Steelers, so the Steelers get a chance to avenge their loss in the snow in Cleveland as they come back home. They are a 6.5 favorite. We have the looking for a head coach bowl between the Saints and the Giants in East Rutherford, New Jersey, to which they're giving the Saints -4.5. Niners playing the Bears. They should win this game. Keyword should.
That's going to be interesting.
But I don't know. Keenan Allen might be wide open all across the middle of the field.
Well, question is will Bosa be available?
That's a very good question. I don't know.
I'm assuming Greenlaw should be available. I don't believe he played last night, right?
I don't know.
So that'll be interesting to see.
Yes, indeed, I agree.
Does he do this all the time?
What's that?
Does he just get up and disappear?
No, it happens once in a while.
Look, I gotta wait this way. Where the fuck did you go? Anyway, I can carry this show, no problem.
No, shit, hell. Hey, my question to you is: do you want Kyle Shanahan back next year?
Yeah.
Is his seat hot?
It shouldn't be. It should definitely be a little warm.
I definitely agree to that.
It should definitely be a little warm. But you got to remember, how many injuries have we dealt with? Have any team go through that and see what the fuck happens. Like, you can't dispel that.
No.
Now, have there been coaching errors? Yes. Have there been play calling issues? Yes. Are there players that need to be held accountable? Absolutely.
Yes.
But these are all normal things that happen during the season. And he's been doing this shit every year. Yeah. Look what happens when we let him weather a storm. They're like, oh, has he lost the locker room? Listen to the players.
No, I don't think he has.
So there definitely needs to be some changes.
Yes.
I think defensive coordinator needs to be changed. And we
Oh,
need to stop. We need to try to stop fucking with it.
so do you bring Robert Saleh back? Would you be on board with that?
I think you strongly consider it.
Now the thing is,
I mean, honestly,
would B
you might
Rabbit get over his thing with Salah and allow that to happen?
Well, I mean, they both can get humbled, and
True.
I think Salah would be a better version of himself as a D coordinator with the experience of being a head coach. So, I mean, you definitely would it's worth bringing in, talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, see, okay, can we be on the same page? Can this work?
Yeah, I mean, it could. It could. I mean, right now, I think Salah is with the Packers right now, just as an advisor. So he's not like hired or anything. But I would knock at the door. I would pick his interest.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to kick the cans on everybody. Like, I'm even calling Belichick. Like, how are you feeling?
Oh,
why not?
I think he wants to be a head coach, though. I don't think he'll take a coordinator.
Sure, but you don't need to jump back in.
No, true.
You know,
I'll kick the tires on that too.
Let's win a Super Bowl real quick.
Yeah.
Come in for a year or two and have a young guy like the predecessor already in the building.
Yeah.
Learning underneath Belichick. You know what I mean?
Like that. Yeah.
So
I see that.
It's just like you would treat any position. You know, if you're going to take a fly and bring a guy like that in for a short term, which would help because we need to win now, right?
Yeah. Now your window is closing.
Bring in a young guy that can understudy because we're going to have to move forward with and rebuild this thing.
Yes.
At some point, right?
Yeah.
So now he's learned the Belichick way, and you build that on defense. Belichick can go on and do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
All right,
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it. Here's your ring. Add that to the collection.
Correct.
And
I like that.
You know, so now I'll probably never be in a position really to see how this really works. So I don't know if it's that easy. But you definitely, we got to stop trying to just grab guys for a year or two. We've got to get somebody in there that's going to stay. Like, and I know it's hard because people want to become head coaches, and fuck, we've lost our DCs, and they go on to be. I mean, Salah's a good coach. I don't think that's all his fault either. No. But that was his first shot at it, and that was a learning experience.
And I like what's going on with D'Amico Ryan out there in Houston.
Man,
we knew he was going to be a damn good head coach.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I didn't see him getting that team that way that fast, but the man can coach. So
he's seen what he wanted to see out of that defense. I think he knew what he had. A lot of people didn't know what he had, and then he went and brought in. He had high draft picks to bring in fucking monsters.
Will Anderson is a beast.
The fucking monster. You get Will Anderson and fucking Stroud in the same draft.
Yeah, you took care of both sides of the ball.
Right. You got your two leaders on each side of the ball for the next
and just build around it.
And to what I've heard, they have a great relationship. You know, so that's huge.
Huge.
You know what I mean? That's huge. Your quarterback and your defensive leader are friends and they talk. That means there's honest conversations happening. Bro, y'all need to get shit together.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a beautiful fucking thing. And when your head coach was one of those defensive leaders for that team in that city, knows what's expected, knows the pressure, knows that we got those little bitches over there in Dallas that we got to fucking show up every year. He gets it. So I believe that what they're doing in Houston is beautiful. They're
Agreed.
doing it. I think this is going to work, and it ain't going to be too much longer before we're saying Houston Texans world champions.
I don't have an argument to say with that. I figured that team would be going that route within maybe 2 to 3 years with D'Amico being there. But whatever he put in that water and stirred up,
that motherfucker tastes good.
Right? Because last year they outperformed what I thought they were going to do.
Ain't got to fucking win in the playoffs.
Exactly. With a rookie coach and a rookie quarterback.
Right. Yeah. No, it's a beautiful thing.
And sky's the limit for the Houston Texans.
I think next year, shit. I think this might be Buffalo's year. Buffalo might finally get one.
Well, yeah. I mean, the Chiefs are not the Chiefs.
They didn't knock off both the fucking teams from the Super Bowl. Handily, by the way. They just not handily. They just completely steamrolled us. But
they did give and both in Orchard Park.
Yeah,
both in Orchard Park.
It's hey, ding dong, it's wintertime, motherfuckers. You're not coming in here and winning games like that. And if the Chiefs can't do it, the Niners can't do it, nobody's doing it. There's only one other team that they might pull it off, and that would be Baltimore. And that's, but you got to go heavy on the king and that type of shit. But did you see them motherfuckers slipping this slide? They was ice skating last night.
Yeah. So you don't think Pittsburgh can come to Orchard Park?
Oh yeah, Pittsburgh's but defense wins championships, Raymond. Yes, I said it. Yes. Defense wins championships, and I don't ever shy away from that. But your offense has got to come up. Your offense has got to show up.
Yeah.
And that's my question with Pittsburgh.
Will they bring it?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because when they're on, they're on.
Correct.
Russ will sling it. When Russ is feeling it, he'll sling it. Yep. No problem.
Yep. Agreed.
Your running backs, they've been probably the most solid I've seen them ever. Najee's been playing good, but you need to be those type of games. You got to take it. That's on you, sir. Yep. You got to take. Did you see what the fuck? What's his shit? Singletary, not Singletary. Who's the running back last night?
For Cook for the Bills?
Yeah, Baby Cook. Yeah. Did you see that man go the fuck off?
Oh yeah.
You have to have that kind of game.
I agree.
We were in the game when Christian was starting to run. That big run that ended up hurting him. Had he not got hurt on that play, he was
going to the house
right there.
He was going to the house.
They was going to finish that with a touchdown.
I think Christian McCaffrey would have scored if he didn't get tripped up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that was a tug. But even if it was a clean tackle and it doesn't get hurt, and then we were going to score on that drive. The momentum was shifting.
Yes.
You've got to have a running game, and Pittsburgh's running game tends to disappear. And then your receiving core, you got to be able to catch those fucking balls in that kind of weather. You know, and those young guys, I like Pickens. I like who's that other guy they got over there?
Did they trade? Was it Johnson?
Something like that.
Deontay Johnson?
No. Did they bring him back?
Yeah, I think they traded him from Carolina, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I think so. Yeah,
I can't think of all like that. And they got that tight end Freiermuth. He's pretty solid.
That dude right there. I like him.
And what a name!
He's going to be if they do get to that point, it's going to be largely because of him.
Yeah.
But it's just the offense with Pittsburgh. But yeah, if they're running on cylinders, yeah, they're definitely a threat. But I don't know, man. Buffalo's kind of been through the ringer. They're tired of hearing it.
I think they pissed off from last year.
They're absolutely pissed. the fan base is fucking
ready,
bro. Every time they score, snowballs.
Hey, that is a beautiful sight, though. I like looking at that. That shit is dope. Yeah, 100%.
To a fucking Buffalo Bills game.
Right.
In Buffalo, in the winter. Right. I have to go. It's on the bucket list. Watching Jason Kelce have the time of his life last year.
I don't know if I can do that cold, man.
That experience.
That is cold.
I want the Jason Kelce experience. That's what I want. I'm honestly off the fucking table. I'm doing all of that shit. Mizzle, I
would love to visit Orchard Park just for being in the parking lot.
We gotta go. We'll do a show from there and everything. It's gonna be awesome.
Fuck yeah. I just want to be around their fans because they seem like they are fun to be around.
Football fans, bro.
Yeah,
real football fans. I'm telling you, we gotta make it like a thing, man. Mizzle and Dove show on the road. We just go and fucking do it from parking lot. We ain't even got to go into the game, bro.
that's a good idea.
Hey,
that is a good idea.
Just saying. Just saying.
No. I feel it. That's something to discuss.
Bring every fucking fan base's, traditions. All that'd be dope. I'm surprised nobody's done this. That was hey, they're listening.
No, but that's something to bring to the table.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been wanting a few stadiums I would like to visit.
I mean, Kansas City's got a good tailgate culture.
Yes, they do.
You know what I mean? Red Kingdom go hard. I ain't gonna lie. I've seen it.
No lie about that.
I mean, just like some of my most fucking the greatest fucking times of my life are fucking tailgating at the Oakland Coliseum at fucking Raider games and fucking A's games. Like
there was nothing like a tailgate when the Raiders were playing in Oakland, man. It's nothing like it. Walking through that parking
and I say that, and I've been to plenty of Candlestick tailgates, and those are epic.
Yeah.
Me and Lavelle's walking around with Banjo Man, getting fucking plates from everybody.
That's how it is when you walk through the Raiders. You will be full before you even walk into the game. You don't have to buy food when you walk in.
Only if you don't have the other team's shit on.
Correct.
Y'all are cool as
you got Raider gear on, you're pretty good. Unless you're with someone that has the gear on.
I showed up in silver and black. Period. I didn't have no Raider shit on, but the colors I had on, silver and black. Why? Because I want free food, motherfucker.
Walked up in there and you didn't have to buy food.
Hey, what's up, big dog? I'm right here. And I don't even say Raider Nation. I just say Nation. And I can be with the Nation of Islam. It don't fucking matter.
100%.
Assalamu alaikum.
Feed me, motherfucker.
So,
hey, welcome back.
Thank you. It is championship weekend in college football.
Where the fuck have you been? Where the fuck have you been?
You must be talking to his son. But it is championship weekend.
I was looking up at you.
Mother called and had to go do. That's all you need to know. Mom called.
Mom called.
Exactly. Anyhow, so the appetizer comes on Friday as we have two championship games kicking off Friday for championship weekend in college football. The rematch on the Smurf turf at Albertsons Stadium in Boise at 5 p.m. on Fox. Number 22 ranked UNLV takes on number 11th ranked Boise State for the Mountain West Conference Championship. It is a rematch from earlier this season. The only loss UNLV had in conference play was at the hands of Boise State in a 29-24 game. Right now, the spread is Boise minus 3.5. The total is 58.5. And you can catch that game on Fox. Now, where are they playing this game at? By the way, home advantage goes to Boise State. So they are playing at...
they're going to go crazy.
Well, I will say this. West Point, New York, bundle up because it will be 27 degrees at game time for the American Athletic Championship, the AAC, as the Green Wave of Tulane, 17th ranked, coming in at 9-3, take on the Golden Knights of Army, coming in at 10-1.
Wow. I'm more worried about the cold. You said 27 degrees. Yikes.
27 degrees in West Point, New York, as Army will try to win a conference championship.
Interesting. I think they'll pull it out. I think they'll get that one.
And heck, I mean, you still got
podcast.
Yes, the Army Black Knights mascot, the Mule.
The Mule.
Mule, yes, but yeah.
Okay.
West Point, biggest game ever in West Point history.
I got
as
class.
Auburn or as Army will try to go to 10-1 before their yearly matchup against Navy, which might be. I really want to know in the history of the Army Navy game, like what has been the best record of both teams combined? Because I mean, you got Army coming in at 10-1, then you got Navy coming in at 8-3. Of course, that takes place on the 14th of December at 10 p.m. And this year, the game is taking place at Northwest Stadium, aka FedEx Field, aka the worst grass in football, home of the Landover Commanders.
Oh, that's good.
You can catch it on CBS. But yeah, the Tulane Green Wave taking on the Black Knights of Army for the AAC, the American Athletic Championship. That's on Friday. That's at ABC. Tulane is -5.5. The spread is 47.5. The total. Then on 7 on Pearl Harbor Day, at 1 p.m. It's still weird to see that the SEC championship game will be broadcasted on ABC and not CBS for so many years.
Whoa.
But
okay.
It will be Georgia and Texas rematch from earlier in the season, which Georgia beat Texas in Austin. Georgia coming in at number 7 at 10-2. Texas coming in at number 3 at 11-1. Perhaps the best game of the day might take place in Jerry's World in Arlington as 18th ranked the Iowa State Cyclones and the Arizona State Sun Devils for the Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship. Both teams coming in at 10-2.
That's going to be the ugliest fucking game in the world visually.
Well, because of the colors?
Yes.
You can catch that bright and early 9 a.m. on ABC. That should be fun.
Be a good game.
The Big Ten Championship game, which is weird not being on Fox, but this year the Big Ten Championship is on CBS. But it's an old school Rose Bowl matchup between number 4 Penn State and number 1 Oregon. Of course, Oregon coming in at 12-0. Penn State coming in at 11-1. And then the nightcap in Charlotte, North Carolina, I believe. They're still playing in Charlotte, I believe. Yes, they are. That will be at Bank of America Stadium. And it will be number 12th ranked Clemson coming in at 9-3, taking on the 11-1 Mustangs of Southern Methodist University.
Oh, SMU.
So that is your championship matchups coming up to you.
Hey, that Penn State Oregon game.
Yeah, very interesting. Oh, also there's also another one on Friday. We also got, and that's on CBS Sports Network, Jack's State and Western Kentucky for Conference USA. Both teams coming in at 8-4. One of my favorite games, the MAC championship game, never disappoints as the Ohio Bobcats. The Ohio Bobcats take on the Miami of Ohio Redhawks.
Yes.
That's on ESPN at 9 a.m. Ohio at 9-3. Miami, Ohio is at 8-4. Sun Belt Championship, the Raging Cajuns, Louisiana taking on Marshall. Louisiana at 10-2. Marshall at 9-3. That's at 4:30 p.m. on ESPN.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Hey, shout out Aspen Marshall, who I found out yesterday is a Marshall fan.
Oh.
The Thundering Herd, you don't say.
Well, I can see why.
She's like,
She was like,
last name.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Instead, she's a shot put, a record holder at Fresno State.
Bulldog. All right.
All right.
Yeah. Shout out, Aspen Marshall.
There it is.
Yeet.
Yes, indeed.
Yeet. So I think we have covered all that we can cover here. Let's see if there's any interesting games going on tonight in college basketball. UOP in Colorado. That's interesting.
Ooh.
Washington State playing Nevada. Oh,
Hmm.
very, very interesting.
Right. Yes.
Very, very interesting.
Who got what it is? Buy these on my TikTok shop.
Was that a
Oh,
mug?
man, I don't have a TikTok shop.
That's what it looks like.
That did look like a mug, right?
Broncos and Browns on Monday night. And I really can't get over this wrestler called Cocaine. That's insane.
Oh, and eating the powder? Bro,
Yeah.
That's so funny.
That is
Yeah, that's just hilarious.
Man, that's funny. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, buddy. But
That's classic.
special appreciation to B coming in and dropping us some knowledge. And once again, our prayers to the family of Trent Williams in this unfortunate scenario, losing their stillborn child at 35 weeks. Very, very sad. But thanks to B for coming in and giving us some knowledge. And, of course, talking some college football and some NBA with us. Again, Browns and Broncos on Monday night. We will see what transpires in the Mile High City. Of course. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't go over who's playing tonight in the association. My bad. In which, by the way, Sharks, you keep improving. Keep it up, buddies. Good job over the 2 games.
The kids are playing good. The kids are playing good.
Yeah. Celebrini is that special. He's that guy.
Yeah. We
all right.
Have one?
We might have one. Only a 4-game slate tonight in the association. Pelicans and Hawks at 4:30. The Heat and the Celtics always entertaining. Bulls at home against the Nets, and B's Lakers heading to the Twin Cities to take on the Timberwolves in Minnesota. That game is on NBA TV at 5 p.m. So, 4-game slate in the association tonight. On the ice, only 3 games. We got the Devils and Rangers, always a good battle when New Jersey and New York gets together in the NHL. 2 original 6s going at it, the Chicago Blackhawks and the Maple Leafs in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and the Dallas Stars in Utah taking on the Utah Hockey Club. The Devils and Rangers, you can catch that on NHL Network. That's at 4 p.m. Leafs and Hawks and the Stars and Utah, they're on both ESPN+. So,
what's Utah's record?
The Utah Hockey Club, they are a respectable 10-10. 10 wins, 10 losses, and 4 overtime losses.
All right.
Are they going to stick with the hockey club, or
they might? Hopefully, if they decide to pick a name, hopefully it won't be stupid like the Commanders, because that just makes no sense.
How do you feel about the Guardians?
Call them the Utes, the Utah Utes.
You could go the Utes, or you could go the Mountain Lions, or you could go the Glaciers, since you are in Utah. Something that is very Utah-like.
Call them the Mormons and call it a day.
You can do that too. Wow, I didn't know the Pittsburgh Penguins were in last place in the Metropolitan Division. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, but then again, the great Ovechkin has something to say about that, because the Capitals off to a good start. They're 17-6 on the year and got 35 points. They lead the Eastern Conference in most points. Of course, the defending champions, the Florida Panthers, are right there at 15-9. Toronto's at 14-7.
Oh.
And Canadians continue to struggle there, 8-13. Best record in the West points wise, it's between Winnipeg and Minnesota. They got 36 points, but the Golden Knights are right there with 33. And even though I don't like the Kings, I'm glad they went back to the Wayne Gretzky Kings logo. That logo has always been badass.
Yes. Agreed.
I'm glad they went back to that color scheme. Indeed. I'm glad that the Ducks went back to the original looking logo, even though it's still in the new colors, but they went back to the original Ducks logo. That's always a good sign.
Definitely good to see.
Yeah, those are ugly jerseys, though.
I don't like the color scheme. Never liked the color scheme. I wish they would go back to
wherever the fuck that is.
The Mighty Ducks jersey. Just go back to the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, just go back to the Mighty Ducks jerseys. Just go back to the Paul. Go back to the Paul Correa and Temu Solani jerseys, please.
Yes,
please.
There you go.
But nonetheless, so let's see. Okay, so Missouri star Burden the third is going to enter. Luther Burden the third from Missouri. He's going to skip the bowl and he's going to enter the draft, ending his 3-year career as a Missouri Tiger. We just talked about Taysom Hill out for the year. ACL has been confirmed. Kansas is number 1 in the poll. And, another USC quarterback entering the transfer portal as Miller Moss from USC is entering the transfer portal.
Boy, this transfer portal is something.
Yeah, it is. It really, really is. Now, he did lead USC to a big win over LSU earlier this season, then lost his job to the former UNLV quarterback that transferred from UNLV to USC. So, there we go. So, here's that. But, Sharks got a tough one tomorrow. They're playing the Great Ovechkin. Oh, boy. That's going to be tough. And tomorrow, the Warriors and Nuggets in NBA Cup group play in Denver. That ought to be interesting.
I'm rooting for the Warriors to win this thing. Let's go.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
Which, by the way, folks,
we believe.
Yeah, he went there. Good Lord, he went there.
Before we get out of here, all the best in the world. All the best of luck to the UC Davis Aggies football team as they begin their playoff game. As they are hosting Illinois State this upcoming Saturday, 1 p.m. start.
That should be good.
It is a home game at Davis. The UC Davis Aggies against the Illinois State Redbirds at UC Davis Health Stadium in Davis, California. Nice. 1 p.m. Of course, you can catch that on ESPN Plus. So good luck to the Aggies.
That's on Saturday.
That is on Saturday in Davis. Kickoff at 1 p.m. Tickets.
Raymond.
Tickets as low as $29.
Unfortunately, I have to work that day.
Aren't you feeling a little sick?
There could be a possibility.
You look a little pale. I know. I feel a little queasy as we speak.
Anyways, good luck to the Aggies as they are in the FCS, aka Division II playoffs, hosting the Illinois State Redbirds. So good luck to the Aggies, who had a very good 10-2 regular season.
Imagine getting your ass kicked by a bunch of doctors.
Stop it. Stop it. Damn it, stop it. As they finished second in conference behind Montana State. I mean, Division II, Montana State, they've always seemed to be the dominant teams, and North Dakota State
North Dakota State
in Division II. But
goddamn rabbits.
Yeah. But good luck to the Aggies in their quest for the national championship. Definitely rooting for them. Yes. And we will see if Hastings can lead the way, and if Larson, who was their leading rusher and leading receiver, can he carry the load for the Aggies? We shall see. But nonetheless, thank you to all for chilling with us. Damn, 2 hours and 19 minutes? Wow.
Yes, sir.
In the morning. But nonetheless, thank you to everybody for chiming out. As the Super Dope Beatmaker will take us home, but for our special guest, Brian Sullivan, always good to see you, B. For Mizzle, you've been watching episode 272 of the Mizzle Dub Show.
I'll see you at 2 shows.
Oh, I know it. The 7-4. I got it. I caught it.
Okay, we definitely got. Okay, yep.
I caught it. Yes, indeed. All right, but as always, it's 5 o'clock some damn where in enjoy Monday Night Football tonight between the Browns and the Broncos, and your 4 games on the NBA slate and your 3 games on the ice. You've been watching the Mizzle and Dub Show, and that deserves a big old fat.
Yeah. That's how we do it, man. Super dope, man. Drop that I like so much is coming up. It is. Peace out, everybody. Thank you for chiming in. You never know. You might get another one tonight.